we'll try to hurry. We know Grandpa didn't really like being in, one place too long, so we don't want to keep you guys here too long. Renee, Mark, Kelly, Jill, Danielle, Alana, and I just wanted to share with you how great of a grandpa he was and how lucky we were to have such a good role model. Grandpa was definitely one of a kind, especially with his sayings and cliches. Instead of pepper jack cheese,
Grandpa ate mean cheese.
And the laundry chute in the bathroom
was the monster door.
And the cell phone that he did not carry with him and never answered
was his radio.
And every time he ate at Venus,
he ate at the Green Restaurant.
And his favorite place to get a steak was Outback, but he didn't eat it at the Outback.
He ate it at the outhouse.
People were always really concerned about that, right? And the funny thing is that we always knew what Grandpa was talking about when he'd say these funny things. His sayings will always stick with us. Instead of just saying thank you, he'd always say, "You're a gentleman and a scholar, and your generosity can only be preceded by your good looks and fair personality."
Anytime Grandpa would drink a beer, which always had a lot of salt in it, no one could forget the remarkable, "Sure don't taste like tomato juice."
And I'm pretty sure when we were little, all 7 of us grandkids thought whatever we were going to eat was going to put hair on our chest. Grandpa was our rock. Whenever home life was crazy or had ups and downs, we could count on him to be there for us with food and a joke. Grandpa was very funny. After Grandma died, he became Grandma and Grandpa, so we always made sure we had lots of Christmas presents, lots of birthday presents, and dinner on the table. And you made sure you ate Grandpa's dinner. You could not leave without having some food. Another story of his generosity and how much he looked out for us was when Jill was in high school, she got into a car accident and she was laying there and she was all sad, like, her head in the neck brace, and she's like, "My car!" And Grandpa the next day was at the dealership trying to get a good deal on a car for Jill because he never wanted any of us to go without.
After I was born, Grandpa was at my house every day. Then when I got older, I was almost at Grandpa's house every day, which also meant every day at Myers. Whenever I wanted to go down the toy aisle, Grandpa would tell me the sign said, "No Grandpas allowed." Lucky for Grandpa, I couldn't read.
He always loved to tell stories about Alana. I'm sure any of us that called him, he'd always have one that Alana just said. Some of his favorites were, he told Alana to go wash her hands before dinner, and she came out and just one hand was wet. And he goes, "I said wash her hands." She goes, "I did. I washed the one I was going to eat with." And Grandpa, you know how he likes to feed us, so he made Alana a sandwich, but it was made out of wheat bread, and she looks at it and she goes, "I'm not eating this chocolate bread, Grandpa."
When I was around the age of 4, I was driving with my grandpa, and my dad was following us on his motorcycle, and my dad drove past us, and I told Grandpa, "What are we going to do with that son of yours? He's crazy."
He was not only a grandpa to us, but he was an awesome great-grandpa to Allison, Taylor, Jonathan, Hannah, Clay, Macy, Alex, and Malia. He treated them just like his own grandkids. He was also grandpa to all of our friends. Everyone that knew him called him Gramps, and when people would say, "How's your grandpa doing?" you would think they would just say, "How's Grandpa?" So he was always looking out for everybody, even our closest friends. And when we were getting together trying to figure out, what we wanted to say about Grandpa, Kelly looked at me and she goes, "I don't know, I just loved him." And that's exactly what he did for us. He just loved us. No matter what crazy shenanigans we were getting into, no matter what was going on, he was always there for us and was always proud of everything that we've ever done.
Grandpa lived every day for his grandkids. Now every day we will live for him, following in his footsteps.